Yo, what's going on YouTube? Winter Knight here, and today we are going to be going over this very fun off-meta team that I used to top cut 2 different tournaments with over the weekend. As you can see, we have some very fun picks like Mimikyu and Salazzle. I will be doing a detailed team report after the first video, so if you're interested in that, please stick around. But before we get into it, if you could, please like and subscribe. The channel did just hit 100 subs and the support means the world to me. So let's keep it going and let's get right into it. Alright, we found our first match of the day and we are up against Mel here with Talonflame, Sylveon, Mousehold, Annihilate, Goldango, and Meowscarada. So, do we think he's going to lead Annihilate Mousehold, or will he lead Talonflame is the question. So, I think we lead Mimikyu, and then we will lead Salazzle. We'll bring Azu in the back. And then we'll bring back Excalibur as well. I think this gives us the tools that we need. We can fake out Trick Room if we need to. This team is not dependent on the Trick Room, but I do have it as an extra means of speed control. The fake out along with all the priority that are on this team. You don't really, I've never really missed the Tailwind. And Trick Room is more just something that I use situationally, so it's not something that I have to get up for the team to function. So hopefully this battle will get to to show what the team can do. That's why Jetpack on Salazzle is so great, because you can lead with it, fake out turn 1, overheat turn 2, you will get switched out, and then you can bring it back in and reset the fake out. So they lead Meowscarada here. So what we are gonna do is play rough the Meowscarada, and we will overheat the Goldango. Could have considered fake out there into Meowscarada, but a lot of times you just draw out the protect, so it's better to attack into the other slot. And of course, if we connect with the overheat, then Salazzle will eject out, so we can bring something else in. Is this Ghost or is this Steel? Hopefully it's Steel. Oh, but it's Water. Okay then. Did not see that one coming, but that is just fun. Meow Meow protects. Either way, we get an overheat off. Still does decent chunk of damage there. So we should have doubled that slot, because play rough or Shadow Claw into that slot would have still done good damage. So the bad thing is here, we don't really have something we want to switch in to make it rain. So we'll just bring out a Zumbaril. Since it is a water type, it will resist at least somewhat. Play rough goes into the protect here. Oh, but they go Water Terra Blast, so great switch there. Another great example of why Jetpack is so good. I played someone in Top Cut that was also using Salazzle, and the Salazzle that they were using actually was Focus Sash with Endeavor, which is a very cool tech that I definitely want to try out, because it's very good. It's so fast. Once it gets down to Focus Sash, you can get the Endeavor off on most things, and then paired with the priority in Shadow Sneak or Aqua Jet or even Ice Shard, then you can just pick them off from there. Very similar to how we used Lycanroc on the Sand teams. But Play Rough does connect here, so Meowscarada will go down to Sash as we bring Salazzle back out. Great switch again to take the Thunderbolt here. So we're gonna Shadow Sneak over here, and then we will just Sludge Bomb the Goldango. But all of these mons that we're using are very underrated now. They have all pulled their weight and done very, very well in the matches that I have played with them. The least used is Umbreon, but in certain situations it is top notch. The reason that I have Umbreon is for Dondozo. It's actually running Skill Swap and Foul Play. That way you can Skill Swap to take the Unaware and then get off a big Foul Play. So Make It Rain does KO both sides, but Goldango goes down as well. So we're both on to our last two mons here. So we will bring Azu back out, as well as Baxcalibur. And let's see what he's got. He's got Mousehold. And I'm guessing Annihilate. Oh, Talonflame, okay. So we are going to Glaive Rush the Mousehold. And Aqua Jet the Talonflame. Hopefully he will go into Azu here. That way we can get off the Glaive Rush on the mouse. Aqua Jet comes out. Not enough. He goes for the Wisp, but Baxcalibur, that doesn't work on him. Thermal Exchange activates. He does go into Azu here. So still a good turn, even though we lose Azu, because even if we don't KO here, we should put it in range of an Ice Shard. And Talonflame is not very threatening for Baxcalibur, because it can't touch it with its fire moves. And we do get the critical hit KO here on Mousehold, so now we can finish off the Talonflame here. So if you didn't know, Glaive Rush on the next turn cannot miss. After you use Glaive Rush, the opponent's move cannot miss and will inflict double damage, so it's usually a good idea to protect if you're able to. That way you can reset. Let's see. He does have Brave Bird, so that's okay. I don't believe Brave Bird's not enough to KO from full. We are just going to hit him with an Ice Shard though. Talonflame is so frail that it does pick up. So we do pick up a win there in the first match. GG's to my opponent. Alright, here we are for the team report. So here's the first version of the team that I used in the Duran's TV tour. As you can see, we do have Amoonguss and Hydreigon on this version of the team, but the other four are running the same sets. So first up, we have Baxcalibur. It is Thermal Exchange with Figgy Berry. This is just a very good bulky set, running Water Terra, which is just a great defensive Terra. For Baxcalibur, we are running Swords Dance, Glaive Rush, Ice Shard, and Protect. This pairs very well with Fake Out support from Salazzle and Redirection support. That way you can get off a Swords Dance and then just get off huge Glaive Rushes or big Ice Shards. And having +2 Ice Shard is very good into all the dragons that are running around. So, as I mentioned before, only downside of Glaive Rush is on the next turn your opponent's move cannot miss and will do double damage, so that's why having Protect is a must on this set. But if you can get the Sword Dance up, Glaive Rush will do massive damage into most things. I did have one match where a Sylveon had Terra'd into a water type, so I was able to OHKO it with Glaive Rush, which was very, very satisfying. So up next we have Salazzle. It's Oblivious with a Jetpack. As you saw in that first match, a Jetpack is very, very valuable. That way you can overheat and get the free switch out to reset your fake out. It is Flying Terra. I've never actually Terra'd Salazzle, but it is there in case you need to Terra in front of, say, a Garchomp. So we're running Fake Out, Sludge Bomb, Overheat, and Encore. Salazzle is a great Encore user as it is so fast. You could consider running Acid Spray over Sludge Bomb, but since I only have one special attacker, I felt like having the extra damage from Sludge Bomb was very, very valuable. Then next up we have Azumarill. It is running huge power with Assault Vest. Azumarill is so bulky to begin with that with the Assault Vest it just makes it very, very hard for your opponent to remove. It is running the Grass Terra. I probably will change this going forward, as I feel like Fire would be a better Terra. That way you can Terra to avoid being burned. It does also help into Meowscarada, as well as opposing fairies, that sort of thing. We're running Liquidation, Play Rough, which are both just very strong stabs. Ice Spinner, which is great into the Indeedee matchup. That way you can remove terrain. And then Aqua Jet, which is just very hard-hitting priority when paired with huge power. Up next we have Amoonguss. It is Regenerator with the Rocky Helmet. This is so it can be a Mousehold answer. Of course, if Mousehold goes for a Population Bomb into it, it basically just deletes itself, which is very, very valuable. It is Dark Terra. That way we can prevent being taunted if needed. If we're up against a Murkrow or a Grimmsnarl, it is running just a standard set with Spore, Clear Smog, Rage Powder, and Protect. On this version of the team, it is the Dondozo answer. I was having issues though, where if Dondozo Terras into a Steel type, then Clear Smog of course will not work. So that's one of the big reasons that I made the changes on the second version of the team. So up next, another star of the show here, we have Mimikyu with the Disguise and the Life Orb. And with the Life Orb, Mimikyu does huge damage running Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, and Trick Room. You could consider dropping Trick Room for Protect. As I mentioned before, this team does not rely on the Trick Room, but it is nice to have at times, as Azumarill is so slow that sometimes you don't want to rely on Aqua Jet or your priority, so you can just flip the speed order and have Azumarill attack first with Liquidation or Play Rough. So it is running the Ghost Terra. That way we could just get off big Shadow Claws and Shadow Sneaks. And Mimikyu, it put in a lot of work in both of the runs, so it is very, very underrated. Now, if you haven't played with it yet this season, I highly suggest that you give it a try, because it is a very good mon right now. Then up next we have Hydreigon. I am running a little bit of an unorthodox set here. It is Levitate with Focus Sash. That's just to ensure that I'm able to get up the Tailwind with Steel Terra, Tailwind, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, and Protect. As you can see, I did decide to drop Draco Meteor. I just had too many matches that I lost on a Draco Meteor miss, so I decided if I don't have it, it can't miss. And I'm already relying on Play Rough on 2 mons, and that move misses enough, so I just didn't want to deal with the headache of trying to drop a Draco and it not hitting. So there's the first version of the team. Now we'll get over into the second one and I'll explain the changes. Alright, as you can see, the sets on Baxcalibur, Salazzle, Mimikyu, and Azumarill are the same. I just changed those last two spots for Volcarona and Umbreon. Like I mentioned, this is support Volcarona with Flame Body and Wiki Berry. This is running the Rock Terra, which is very good into Indeedee Armarouge. You can just Terra. That way you're able to survive eruptions or any type of fire move. Is just very good, and that way you can bring Volcarona into sand and not have to worry too much. It is running Rage Powder, Will-O-Wisp, Struggle Bug, and then the main attacking move being Fiery Dance. That way we can try to get some special attack boost. Of course, Will-O-Wisp to mitigate physical damage, and Struggle Bug to mitigate special attack. Struggle Bug is very good into the Indeedee Armarouge matchup as well, especially once you get the Rock Terra off. Then you can just lower their special attack and Torkoal as well. Then up next, as I mentioned, this is probably the least used mon. I actually didn't run into many Dondozos in my second tournament run, but that is Umbreon's main job here. It is Inner Focus with Citrus Berry, with the Dark Terra just to buff those foul plays. It is also running Skill Swap. The main idea here is against Dondozo, you can Skill Swap, take away its Unaware, and then hit it with a huge foul play. The rest of the set is just supportive with Helping Hand and Taunt. I did consider running Snarl over Taunt, but I felt like with Struggle Bug I had that covered. Umbreon does have a very deep supportive move pool. You could consider running Thunder Wave, Yawn, or Moonlight, Morning Sun, but I felt like Taunt was the best fit for the team here. So I will include both of the rentals in the description, so if you do want to try the teams out, they're very fun and they match up very well into the meta right now. I've played a lot of different teams in the first month of Series 1, and I finally feel like I've found the team that I plan to stick with. And after the 2 great runs, I'm very confident that with some minor adjustments, this team can continue doing well. So if you do try out the team, please let me know what you think about it. But we'll do one more battle, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we are, and last match of the day we are actually up against another Baxcalibur here from Eddie. It is Murkrow, Goldingo, Meowscarada, Mousehold, Baxcalibur, and Garganacl. So, how do we want to start off here? I think we lead Salazzle and Baxcalibur. We will bring Azu just to be good into the Garganacl. And I think we bring Umbreon in this one. Helping Hand and Taunt support could be very good here. Actually, we're going to bring Mimikyu just that way we have a ghost in case they bring Mousehold. So let's see what we can do here against Eddie. Let's see if he leads Murkrow first up. If so, if it's Murkrow Goldingo, we can fake out the Murkrow Ice Shard and then finish it off with the Ice Shard the next turn. Of course, we would have to Terra, that way we can take the Make It Rain, but he does lead Baxcalibur and Mousehold. So is he Is he Ghost Terra here is the deal. So I think we're just gonna overheat and protect. That way we can scout for the Ghost Terra. But he does protect, that's great. If Salazzle survives this turn, we will be able to encore it into protect. Hopefully he goes after Excalibur here. Oh, and he just double protects. Okay, so that's fine. We should have Sword Dance there. That would have been great. But now we're just going to encore the Mouse Hold. And we will Terra and go for the Glaive Rush here onto Mouse Hold. Mouse Hold, the main thing I'm worried about here. We have plenty to deal with Excalibur in the back, but we want to make sure we take care of that Mouse Hold early. Do get off the encore, so being faster than Mouse Hold is very, very valuable. Does try to protect and fails. Glaive Rush comes out. Yeah, but it does just survive and eats its berry here. But that should put it in range of priority. They do just Glaive Rush Salazzle. It does live on 1, so the goated EV spreads here. What we're gonna do is just Sludge Bomb the Mouse. Actually, Mouse Hold will either have to protect or switch out. We're just gonna... We're actually gonna overheat Excalibur. I know Thermal Exchange, but it will still take the damage. So this way we can ensure that we get the knockout and reset our fake out. So out comes Garganackle. He does protect. So we're not able to eject out there. He doesn't have any fairies, right? So we're still gonna go for the same play here. He's probably gonna switch here, but that's okay. Excalibur retreats. Out comes Mouse Hold, so he's sacking Mouse Hold here if we connect on the overheat, but we do miss. That is okay. So we'll I think he's gonna Salt Cure Bax here since it is Water Terra right now. Oh, but he does just take out Salazzle, so that is fine. So we'll just go ahead and bring out Azu here. He brings out Meow Meow. So what we're gonna do here is switch out into Mimi and go for the Ice Shard. Probably could have KO'd with the double up, but I want to be safe. We need Azu for the Garganackle. So Azu will go back out. Hopefully we called the Flower Trick right here. Out comes Mimi. Oh, no reason to retreat as we get the crit one-shot there on Meowscarada. And we called the Salt Cure right, so he's leaving. I mean, that's fine. Azu's gonna... As long as he doesn't start setting up iron defenses, then that is a-okay with me. actually just gonna protect on my Excalibur here. He does protect, okay, that's fine. Play Rough goes into the protect here, so I'm guessing Salt Cure will come out here. Just gotta hope Azu can do its work before it goes down. You do see that our Excalibur is faster, so we're just gonna double that slot. Does he try for the double here? He just Ice Shards the Mimi. That's not gonna do it. And we get the O-code there. Did he ever Terra? I don't think he ever Terra'd. I'm not sure why. I don't know if he forgot he could Terra, or what happened there. So Bax will be Salt Cured here. So both of our Mons on timers here. Just gonna play Rough and Glaive Rush. He doesn't protect. I'm guessing he has Wide Guard, Recover, and Salt Cure maybe, but Mimikyu figures it up, finishes it off, so we don't get to see. So great match to end the game here. Another strong performance here. So if you guys would try out the team, let me know what you think. I'm very excited for this team. It is definitely one of my favorite teams that I've built so far. Before you go, if you could, please like and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel more and more so I can keep bringing these good teams for you guys. So that's going to be it, and we will see you in the next one.